As we traveled around the state, you know, one of the things that was important to me was start to go back and you know, learn as much as I could, as soon as I could, about what are we facing in Missouri. And two of the main issues that I think in this administration that we'll be looking at is going to be one, infrastructure. Infrastructure is going to have to be one of the top priorities of the state of Missouri. We cannot keep kicking that can down the road. We're going to have to face the fact that we got to do something. At the end of the day, it's probably going to cost something, and we need to have the people of Missouri where we can present to them what we feel like is the best avenues for the state of Missouri, and let them decide. Let the voters decide at the end of the day whether they want that or not. So that's important to me on the infrastructure side. Workforce development, yesterday as I traveled across the state, I heard that theme everywhere I went. People are looking for good employees, they're looking for those skills, and they're looking for these colleges and community colleges and universities to help with that problem. I heard that all day. I think that is one of the second thing that's facing us. And the only way we're going to do that is with partner with the universities such as MU that we're here today, our community colleges, our tech colleges, if we really want to prepare the next generations for the workforce. And I think Dr. Choi brought that up, you know, partner with private partnership. You know, the business world is going to have to be part of the education of our students that go across the state of Missouri for us to be successful. They're going to have to partner up and do that, because we need to start preparing our young men and women for what the real world is there and what they're going to face when they go out there. And in the old days of having a boatload of debt, when you come out of college and you go out there and there's not a job waiting on you, or a job that doesn't pay what you might for your debt load, you know, we got to figure those things out and make sure that these people are not walking out of here with a tremendous amount of debt. But I think that can be done. I look forward to partnering with the universities, the schools, all around this. And I think the legislators this year, the General Assembly, showed their support. For the first time that I know of, K through 12 especially was fully funded. It's the first time that's ever happened. I think we reinstated cuts to the universities, and we're well aware of what we're going to have to do for the future. Because one thing's for sure, you can't go out here and say we're going to cut the education arena and all of a sudden say we want skilled workers out there, because that's all going to work together. And when you listen today about when they're talking about technology, the future, that's where we're headed, and we got to be prepared for that. And I just want Missouri to lead in that. There's no reason we have to ever be known as the flyover state again. We've got plenty of skilled people in St. Louis, Kansas City, Columbia, all across this state. We just need to all work together to make it better, and that's what we're going to focus on, is how we partnership with that.
Governor, are you planning on nominating Senator Kehoe to be Lieutenant Governor, appointing Senator Kehoe?
We haven't made no nomination on that. We're still trying to decide how we're going to handle that situation.
Are you planning on using the state airplane moving forward? Like, are you using for this particular tour? And if so, why do you think that's a good use of state money?
Yeah, I do. I believe at any time we'll be using the state plane. When we feel like it's appropriate to use it, we'll drive when we can. But yeah, I think right now there's nothing more important right now than traveling the state, trying to find out what are the issues facing all the communities and all the people of Missouri. So we're going to utilize the plane, and that's going to go along really with some of the transparency thing that we're going to be having at the governor's office. We want you to know where I'm going and where I'm traveling.
Governor, do you think the legislature should continue its investigation of the New Missouri and the use of dark money in Missouri politics?
Right, that's up to the House of Representatives. That's their job to do, and I've let them try to support them and whatever that outcome is or what their job is, and I aim to continue doing that. So that's their decision to make.
We'll take one more question.
And one follow-up, please. If you're if you decide to run for re-election, will you use dark money sources for that purpose?
Everything we will do, whether it's political or official, will be transparent. It'll be open to the public. Everybody will know how we're doing it, how we're doing it.
One final question,
The
sir.
Missouri Housing Development Commission meets tomorrow. Do you think the state low-income housing tax credit could be reinstated through the supplemental budget?
You know, I do not. Right now, what my plan is to develop a commission, a study group, basically to put together, to make recommendations for low-income housing, and I've always been supportive of the low-income housing. That's not been a secret, but there does need to be reform. We need to do real reform in that. So I expect to have that committee running on it, hopefully to have a recommendation by legislation, and then I'm going to work with the legislators to come up with reform. But it is important for the state of Missouri, I believe, to have low-income housing. But I also believe there's some reform that needs to be done, and we'll get that done.
Okay, thank you all very much. We appreciate it.